Touchdown! Touchdown!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna. The Bills make me wanna. Just watch it happen now. Hey, let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo.
Pizza, pizza.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We here. Blindsided Sports covering the Buffalo Bills. Guys, it's the day after the game here. We're gonna break down a little bit of the Bills-Giants game. We're gonna talk a little bit about Cincinnati coming up. A lot to be excited about. 2-0. Bills 2-0 on the road. Both games on the road. We talked a lot about it yesterday. For our post-game show, but we're going to go over some details from this game yesterday. A lot of things to be encouraged about when you rewatch the game and you break down some of the great things that we had going on yesterday. There's a lot of things to be excited about. Go to some of these comments here. Goose, we live. Let's go, baby. Ronald NX, yo, what's up? Let's go. Bills Mafia. Here we go, baby. Mike Grzelowski. Man, would love a link to this song. Dave Reed, what up? Mike, I can do that. I can post a link to the song. Maybe I'll hit it in the comments after we're all done with this video here. But let's dive into this thing. Bills-Giants, what a great game for Buffalo. I mean, all the way around, offense looked great. Defense looked great. Yeah, there were some lows. There was definitely some lows during this game. But for the most part, everything, we looked like a fine-tuned, well-run machine on offense and defense. And the biggest thing for me, and the thing everybody wants to talk about, is Josh Allen. Jay Williams, the Bengals gave up almost 600 yards on offense and only scored 10 points. Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about these Bengals because as much as it's nice that we've gone 2-0, and I've said it a million times, we cannot look past our opponent because this isn't a team. We're not a superstar team yet. We don't know how good this team is. We can't be complacent. We can't think that we're a Super Bowl contender yet. We got to focus on the Bengals. And I've said it a million times too. Sean McDermott's the kind of guy, he's not going to let this thing happen. He's not going to let these guys come in here and look past the Bengals. So, yeah, we should be 3-0. We should be going. We're going to talk about it. But Corey T, what's going on, man? A couple tweaks and we are tight. Yeah, I agree. We need a couple guys to come back from injury. We'll see what's going on with that. But things are trending up in Buffalo big time. No doubt, and the Pats. Whew, Jay Williams. No. Oh, Pats coming week 4. I don't want to talk about it yet. We got a lot to talk about. But, boy, you look at the Bills and the Pats, both being 3-0 with the with the Pats coming to town week 4. It's going to be – I just started sweating. My face is getting red. Oh, my God. But look at, hey, first things first. Man, I got to work on this thing. Hey, look at, G-Show's got a mic coming in. We're working on the audio. We're working on the lighting. We got a lot going on with the Blindsided studio here. So bear with me. Stay tuned. And if you guys haven't already, like us on Facebook. Give this thing a share. Comment what you're thinking. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for the notification for when we go live. And you guys listening, the Blindsided Sports Podcast, we are here, baby. Give us a 5-star rating. We love it. We love you guys. I appreciate you guys endlessly. Let's get into it. Josh Allen this week. Okay. look, he's still not getting the attention I think he deserves with the national media. I've said it before. I'll say it again. There's so many guys that have, they have negative reviews on him before he came into the NFL. And if you look at the way that Josh played last year, especially early, it was his problems, his flaws were obvious. Okay, but the progression that he's made from the start of last season to where we are now, incredible. And he's not getting the national attention that he deserves. He's not. Each game he looks better, just like Ronald Lennox says here. Ronald, great comment. Big steps each game. Each game. From week 10 to week 17 last year, phenomenal gain. And I've said that so many times, but you have to go back and look at it. And you look at the talent that he had last year. And now, look at our offense is still, think about where our offense is right now compared to last year, okay? Really big improvement. So now, with our offense being improved, our quarterback's being improved. Now think about what the difference is between our team right now and a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay? They're on a whole other level with talent. I'm sorry. I love John Brown. I love Cole Beasley. I love what we're doing. I love our old line. But we're not there. We're not at a superstar offensive talent right now. And hopefully that's what we're building for. Hopefully we can get to that point in another year or two. But the way that Josh Allen's playing with this team that we have now compared to what he did last year, hats off to him. Okay, it is a clear-cut reason why we should be very excited about what we have going on with our quarterback one here in Buffalo. It is a guy, we're looking at a quarterback that's doing things, and his progression is growing like we've never seen before. Like I'm only 28, so I wasn't around. I wasn't able to watch Kelly progress, but I can tell you this much: I've been a fan since just after the Kelly days, and we've never seen a quarterback with this much potential, with this high of a ceiling. I can't remember anyone, anyways. The Trents, the Fitz, the EJs, the Fluties, the Rob Johnsons. These guys, they came in here and, yeah, they all had a couple good games here and there, but no one this young had this much talent and has grown this much so quickly. I'm really, really excited. He threw for 63% again, which means his completion percentage on the year is between, it's right around 64, 65%, which is, that's all we could ever ask for. Look at Eli Manning, okay, 2 Super Bowls, right? What's his completion percentage for his career? I believe it's 63%. 63? It might even be less than that. And Allen right now has done better than that this year. And yeah, we've gone against not the best defenses, not the best teams, and we're going to get into that. But the way this kid's growing, it's amazing. And the fact that he had 0 turnovers this week, another big step. That's another thing. Oh, everyone in the national media saying last week, Allen, he's turnover prone. It's going to turnover prone. Only because they saw the numbers. They didn't watch the game. They didn't see that it was a Cole Beasley drop and a tip ball. And the turnover was a miscommunication between him and his new center. And it was the sack fumble. The sack fumble is really the only one that was primarily his fault. So all the flukes, everybody's still shitting on him. Okay? He comes out this week. He says, F the media. Fuck everyone. Okay? I'm going to come out here and ball. And Pat Shurmur, I'm going to show you that you should have drafted me last year. And he played great. 19 to 30, over 250 yards. One of his best games of his career. 63 percentage. Look at the guy. He had 8 targets. He threw to 8 different guys. What's that tell you? It tells you that he's going through his progressions and he's hitting the open guy. Plain and simple. He's hitting Lee Smith. He's hitting DeMarco. I mean, that pass to Lee Smith was like, well, I thought Lee Smith was here to be a fucking offensive tackle. And he hits him on a rope for a big first down on 3rd down. Incredible game. Great signs. We got another game coming up here with Cincinnati. Should be another, Cincinnati's defense isn't really all there yet. We're going to talk about it later on. But let's be excited about this guy. Let's go to some of these comments here. Bill's battle. It's good he's not getting the attention. Let people overlook him. What else will we rather have here in Buffalo? We love an underdog story. We are an underdog story. The city's an underdog. Josh Allen's an underdog. This franchise is an underdog. I love it too, Bill's battle. That's a great comment. Derek Robinson, absolutely true. Nick Wright calling him a tight end playing quarterback. I'm thinking Burface don't know nothing. Nick Wright, man, I can't stand that guy. You guys look up Nick Wright. You watch some of his comments, some of his commentary on what's going on in the sports world. And he's a pompous asshole. He's the same thing as Colin Cowherd. These guys just ride their hot takes, and they take it to the grave with them. The idiots. A lot of them idiots. Flutie would have been great if they didn't force Rob Johnson in there. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. Technically, Allen is not in his second season until a couple more weeks. 7-5 games he started and finished. Yeah, 7-5. Yeah, he's 7-5. Over 500 now. Ronald, I was around in the Kelly. Josh Allen really is the quarterback that he has a high ceiling compared to Kelly. They know nothing about football. I agree. Patrick Williams, hope Singletary is okay going forward. Either way, why are we not getting Yeldon involved? He's got some real skills. Well, look at if Singletary's not playing this game, which if I had to guess, I would say Singletary's not going to be playing, and I'm okay with it. I'm going to be there. I wanted a big Singletary play. I want to see him have another breakout game here. So the fact that he's not playing kind of sucks, but I'm okay with it. We don't know anything yet. I was watching all day what's going on with Andre Roberts, what's going on with Taron Johnson, and more important than any of them, what's going on with Singletary. And Sean McDermott, he had his presser. He ain't giving up shit. He's not letting anyone know what's going on. So we still got to wait and hear what's going on with Singletary. What he did say was we're still trying to figure out what's wrong. That's what McDermott said. So I don't know if I really like that much. But with that being said, I'm okay with him being out, and I'm excited to see Yeldon get out there and get some touches. But he's a nice mix between Singletary and Gore. Gore, we know what Gore's going to do. He's going to pound the ball down the middle. He's going to make people sore. He's going to hit somebody. Every time he touches the ball, he's banging into somebody. That touchdown run, when he plowed that dude over yesterday, was super impressive. But that's what Gore does. Gore's going to do what we expect him to do. I'm excited to see Yeldon get in there, make some plays. He's going to catch some balls out of the backfield. He looks like he's kind of a mix of both worlds. He can be shifty and he can get out in space, and he's got a little bit more speed than Gore, but he can also get in between the tackles and find those holes and punch it up the middle. I'm excited to see him go, and I think he's going to get quite a bit of action here. Jay Williams, great progression, but still waiting on Allen to break the streak and get 300 yards in a game. And then the national media will change their perspective. I don't know if 300 yards is going to get him to change their perspective, but I'm excited for him to get that 300 yards too. We're just waiting. It's kind of like we're cursed right now. I'm waiting for this 300 yard thing to get off our back. It's 33 straight games now. We've been waiting for this to happen. So with that being said, I'm excited for it too. I mean, he's going to have it. Allen's going to have his breakout game. Look at if he would have hit John Brown on that deep ball. We're going to talk about the highs and lows of this game. But if he would have hit John Brown on that deep ball, I think he would have went way over 300. And John Brown, his stats right now would be disgusting. Brandon Watkins, what's going on, man? Not too thrilled about Zay Jones and his performance. Me either. We're going to talk about that and Robert Foster here shortly. I will be watching on Sun Ticket. Mike Grozlowski loved Allen's quote about New York to the reporter savage. Yeah, that was cool. I like him saying that shit. He's clearly a Buffalo guy. There's no doubt about that. He's taken in the Buffalo atmosphere. He's, the blue collar. He knows what's going on. He knows what we're talking about. He knows what Bills Mafia talking about. More importantly, he knows what Blindsided Squad's talking about. Josh Allen, huge fan of the show. Guys, real quick, Facebook, like, comment, share. Do it all. Hit the page like. You guys on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that bell so you can get the notification. We're trying to get those YouTube numbers up. Facebook, like I always say, it keeps growing. Facebook, we're pumping. Let's go. YouTube's got to go up. And you guys that are going to listen to the podcast, there's some of you guys out there. Write that review, hit that review, and make sure you subscribe. I appreciate it endlessly. Blindsided Squad, we in this bitch. Let's go. Bills, I'm glad it's only a hamstring. He may miss the week, but I'm okay with TJ and Gore. Me too, especially against Cincinnati. Once we get to New England, it's a different story. Ronald, I would rather throw Yeldon in for now just to make sure Singletary is healthy for the Patriots. Chris Spencer, what's shaking Bills Mafia? Let's go. We need to be okay with Singletary missing this week. We are better with him, but I feel Gore and TJ can get the job done. Yeah, like I said, Cincinnati, their defense sucks. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at some of their numbers on the year here. Patrick, 52-yard deep ball for sure, just a touch, too much gun. Yeah, he was pumped up. He saw his boy streaking down the middle of the field, blowing past the defenders, and he got a little trigger happy. Allen let it loose, and I'm okay with it. Another thing with Allen, sorry, before we move on, I got Gore and Singletary up here, but another thing with Allen is you guys tell me what you think, but I think we got a quarterback that might have the clutch gene, okay? If you look at the way he came back in that second half against the Jets, and some of the things he did last year, he had a couple game-winning drives last year, but the way he came back last week and this week, when we had to drive the field 98 yards, Giants brought it back within a touchdown, and we had to go. We had to score. We cannot make this a game. The past 20 years, what the Bills do, they let the teams come back, and when they have to put that drive, they have to put that nail in the coffin, what they've always done for the last 20 years. They have a turnover there. They go 3 and out, and the other team comes out and scores, and they lose an over. It's just how it's been for the last 20 years. We know this. And Allen drove the whole fucking field, made some huge throws, made a couple plays with his legs like he always does, and we ended the game. That was it. The game was over. It was really impressive. And Shivas, what's going on, man? You haven't missed much. We're talking about the highs of last game, the big moments from last game. Brandon Watkins, Poyer's diamond pick was nice. Yeah, it was. But with that being said, with Allen, I think we got a quarterback with the clutch gene here, guys. It's fun to watch. I'm excited to see him going forward. And really, we're going to talk about this more too, but we have to limit our expectations a little bit. We've played 2 bad teams. I really think that way. We've played the Jets, we played the Giants, and now going into week 3, I think we might be playing another bad team. Okay? It's great. It's great for our team. It's great for our offense to start gelling. It's great for our defense to show how dominant they could be. It's really a good thing. But let's limit the expectations a little bit. We'll talk about that more. But for what it's worth, Josh Allen looking great so far, as he should be, as we were expecting. Okay? And our guys, Gore and Singletary, great games against the Giants. Gore doing what he does, powering the rock down the field, getting that big touchdown. Singletary being that shifty running back. I know. Everybody wants Singletary to be more active, get him more touches, all of the above. I do too. Let's see what's going on with that hamstring. And the thing is with him, I heard this point today, and it was a great point. Singletary, I think they're saving him. Okay? It makes sense. Gore's got another year left, and he's probably out after this year. Maybe next year. That would be insane. But he's probably out after this year. So what are they doing with Singletary? There's always the rookie wall, right? Always the rookie wall. After week 12, 13, that's what they're used to. That's what their bodies are used to. They've fallen off a little bit. It seems to me that we're saving Singletary, using Gore when we have to. Maybe if we go down, maybe if we need some dynamic plays, you bring Singletary in. But why overuse him right now when we have a 16-week schedule and hopefully, probably, let's go, the fucking playoffs, right? I like the way they've utilized Singletary so far. Hopefully we can get over this injury and it's not too big a deal right away. Let's be excited about what's going on with Singletary. Even if he has a hamstring injury and he's got to miss this week or miss a couple weeks, it sucks. I want to see him against the Patriots. But if he's out for a couple weeks, let him rest up. We need this guy. If we're going to be a playoff team and we're going to make a push at the end of the year, this is the kind of guy, he's already shown that he can be dynamic. He can make big plays, right? We need that in December and January a lot more than we needed in September and October. So let's pump the brakes on the Singletary pressure. Let's trust the process here with what Brian Dable's doing in this game plan that they have. It's clear that they have a game plan for not only each individual game, and I've been loving the game plans that they put together, but they have a game plan for the season and how they're using their guys, how they're rotating their D-line, how they're rotating the O-line between Ford and Nsekhe. And most importantly, maybe not most importantly, but importantly, how they're using their young running back, Devin Singletary, who they loved so much that they were okay with getting rid of LaShawn McCoy. All right, so there's good things happening here. One win at a time for the Bills left. Let's go. Shivas, rookies don't have off season. After season is over, they get ready for Combine, Draft Pro, Senior Day, Bowl, mini camps, etc. Yep, totally. He never really had any time to rest. So the fact that they're using him sparingly right now, all on board. Okay. Another thing, with these wide receivers we got here, moving on. This shit is real here, guys. This is something that we need to be pumped up about. These connections that Allen's had with Cole Beasley and John Brown, mostly John Brown. Oh my God, this guy. If you watch the tape from these two games, the way that John Brown gets separation, it is I'm mind blown. I'm like, my jaw's dropping the whole time because we haven't seen this in a long time. We haven't seen a wide receiver. We haven't seen a lot of this shit that's going on with this Bills team in a long time. But the separation is real between these two, and the connection Allen has with them is unbelievable. Look at Beasley has 9 catches for 123 yards in the first 2 games, and Brown, on top of that, Brown has 14 for 195 and a touchdown. And think about it, if Brown would have caught that ball, more so if Allen would have hit him in stride on that ball yesterday, whoo, Brown's numbers would be exploding right now, and he'd be all over the media, all over. He'd be on everybody's fantasy team, everybody's fantasy football team. Let's be pumped up about these wide receivers we got rolling in here. Patrick, John Brown, real deal. Holyfield. Yeah. Shivas, Brown, and Beasley are wide open 4 out of 5 plays. Bills battle Duke Williams. Duke Williams who? I mean, really, we can't even get Zay and Robert on the field. You know, and Andre Roberts isn't even playing. What's his role going to be? Between John Brown, Cole Beasley, and the tight ends, and what Isaiah McKenzie could do as a gadget wide receiver, Duke Williams who? You know? Brown will have more yards than any Bills receiver last year by week 8. I'm hoping, man. A thing with John Brown and Cole Beasley is we got to keep these guys healthy. Now, John Brown runs a lot of routes where he gets out of bounds. We've seen that. He's streaking across the field. He's fast enough to get out of bounds before anybody can hit him. Cole Beasley, on the other hand, you know, he's doing those little cutback routes where he's usually taking a hit or 2. Bills, Zay dropped a ball in the end zone. Zay did. Did he? I don't remember that for some reason. John Brown, amazing route running skills. That's why he got his payday in Buffalo. Yeah, I totally. His route running is really good. His footwork is amazing, and his separation skills are really good. And we just got to keep these guys healthy. We just got to keep them healthy. This is a big thing. We have depth on this team. We have depth. And for these guys to be healthy going into December, January, that's what's most important right now. Huge drop by Zay. God, what did I miss? What am I thinking right now? Patrick Williams, Beasley working out perfect on short routes. Yeah, it's perfect. We didn't have a guy like this last year. And Josh Allen, everybody was saying that Josh can't make these throws. These short routes, the timing throws, he doesn't have it in him. That's why, you know, he slid in the draft, and this team didn't want him, this team didn't want him, and this guy shit on him. And he's proven everybody wrong right now. He's hitting Beasley on the money almost every time he throws it to him. Super, super impressed. Man, I gotta go back and watch the game. Somebody sent me a link to Zay dropping that ball. For some reason I can't remember that one. Man, I can't. Another good thing with this offense is these guys that are blocking here, guys. When Singletary's touchdown run, McKenzie's touchdown run, Dawson Knox, Mitch Morse, the way that Mitch Morse is getting out on that line, when he swings out, oh my God, it's like watching Eric Wood again. With the way Eric Wood and Richie Incognito used to swing out for Shady was a beautiful thing. And Mitch Morse and Quentin Spain, maybe not so much Quentin Spain, but Feliciano loves to get out there. Ford can get out there. That's awesome. Dawson Knox you guys saw it. You guys all saw it. Dawson Knox roughing that guy up as we were going in for the touchdown. Zay Jones, the last 2 weeks, that's the thing I love about this team, man. Shivas, right, unselfish. That's what these guys are, unselfish. And again, it's a testament to Sean McDermott and the way he coaches these guys and the things that they emphasize. Strip balls, tip balls. That's another thing with this D line. Tip balls. These picks are going to keep coming. These turnovers are going to keep coming. So, and again, Sean McDermott, the way he coaches, the structure we have around this team, that's why this is happening. So these blocks that these wide receivers and tight ends are making, it's a thing of beauty, and it's something that we haven't seen in a while. And I keep saying that. I keep saying we haven't seen it in a while because, let's be honest here, guys, it's been 20 years of frustration. It's been 20 years of a shit show. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've had coaches here that weren't disciplined. They didn't know. A lot of times they let the players run the locker room. If it wasn't one thing, it was another thing. And it seems to me that we finally have a coaching staff and a front office in place that have a complete 5, 10, 20-year plan in place that they are going to run to a T. I'm really excited about everything going on here with the Bills. Patrick, mad respect for our O-line, much upgraded from years past. Yeah, 4 starters. 4 starters. 4 new starters. What's that tell you guys? What's that tell you? Tight ends and running backs blocking down the field as well. Love seeing Ford stick up for his boy Allen. Yeah, me too. That's the only thing I really love seeing from Ford yesterday, though. They're going to beat the Patriots in 2 weeks. Oh, man. Sean, what's your name? Sean Perdicone. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. I'm hoping so. Let's talk about Cincinnati here before we get to New England, though. Hopefully we're 3-0. If we could be 3-0, diving into that Patriots week, whew, that's going to be exciting. That's going to be all over. It's going to be all over the media. I mean, all over NFL. At least you would think, anyways. 2 3-0 teams. Josh Allen versus Tom Brady, changing to the guard. That's what the storyline's going to be, and I'm going to be a freaking mess. Bunzalo B, when's the last time a team scores 7 on us? Twice, and we answer back both times. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to be pumped up about. There's a lot. I can't. This O-line in general. I mean, it's just John Feliciano's fucking everything up, right? Cody Ford, they brought him in here as a second-round pick, and they were super high on the guy, right? And Nsekhe's been playing better than Ford at tackle. There's no doubt about that. And John Feliciano, the Bulldog, the man, the myth, he's roasting guys, hitting guys, swinging out. He's fast. He's got good footwork. He's bulldogging guys. He's not allowing Cody Ford to play that right guard spot. He's playing too good. Bills battle. Ford plays with heart, but I'm not sure about his footwork. No. And it's things that he can work on. I think Cody Ford's going to get a lot better. He's going to keep learning. And over the next year or two, he might turn into a really solid starter. But for right now, I didn't want to talk about this till a little bit later, but Ty Nsekhe needs to be our starting right tackle. John Feliciano needs to be out there. Mitch Morse, Quentin Spain, Deion Dawkins, that needs to be our starting 5. If we want to put Dawkins in there once we're up, once we're up a couple touchdowns, if we're playing a bad team and it's a blowout, or even the other way, say for some reason, obviously, hopefully this doesn't happen, but we get blown out, throw Cody Ford's ass in there, get him playing time, get him the reps. But for right now, it's hurting us. We're getting the false starts, we're getting the movement early. It's just we gotta keep Nsekhe in there. He's been playing too well. Tremaine Perry, let's not fail to mention that the Bills carry momentum from the preseason. Most may not think it means anything, but this team has totally grasped onto that concept. 6-0 in 2019. Yeah, most of the time you look at franchises, you look at teams, and preseason games don't really mean anything. And I've said this before. That's a great point, Tremaine. I actually made this point after we won that 4th preseason game with Tyree Jackson, having that comeback and everybody going crazy. It was a sign that everybody's bought into this team. And you could see it day in, day out. You see it every game. I saw it at every training camp. The wide receivers blocking, the running backs blocking, the old linemen moving, the way the guys have embraced each other and get pumped up with each other. It's a total culture change. It's something that I've never seen before as a Bills fan, and it's clear that these guys have all bought in. And I think it's a big reason why, we're 6-0 on the year. But we can't really talk about preseason like it means anything record-wise, but it did mean something culture-wise. It did mean something team-wise, and that's a great point, man. That's a great point. David Reed, Ty is older and may need the rotating. We don't know. That may be true. I've never seen that before. Have we ever seen a consistent rotation? I don't remember anything. Doran Wallace, give Ford a year or two. He'll be fine. Zay Jones need to get the boot, though. Yeah, Zay and Robert Foster have fallen off quite a bit here, guys. Fallen off quite a bit. We have a very solid O-line. Yeah, loving the O-line this year, big time. But more than anything, and I got to bring it up. We don't even have to talk about it, but because we know what we're going to get week in and week out, especially when we're going against subpar teams. The Jets and the Giants are subpar. The Jets may be an average team this year. Giants are clearly below average. But both offenses are supposed to be, not as bad as their defenses. Jets are supposed to be top 15 on both. But Giants had a bad defense, but it's still Eli Manning. He had a pretty good first week against Dallas. And what they did to Eli Manning and to this team, it was good. It was good. And they put on another show like we expected them to. And they got a bigger contest coming up here against the Bengals this week. The Bengals have moved the ball really well this year. Andy Dalton's playing pretty well. But they haven't been able to establish a run game. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. But they caused Eli Manning 2 picks. He only threw for 57% completion percentage. And the most beautiful thing of it all was the fact that they went 3 of 12 on third down. Every time it was third down, it was like, nope, there's no way they're getting it. There's no way they're getting it. After that first drive, the edge defenders shut Saquon Barkley down. Jerry Hughes, Trent Murphy getting pressure on the quarterback. Ed Oliver pushing the pocket. Harry Phillips had a huge day. Harry Phillips was ginormous. The tip balls, getting the pressure on the quarterback, got his hands on his first sack. I mean, it was a thing of beauty with this defensive line yesterday. Tremaine, yes, everyone is completely bought in. Yeah, absolutely. Chris Spencer, Giants put up over 400 yards on the Cowboys. Yeah, that's a thing, and that's in Dallas. This was their home opener. A lot of Giants fans there. Yeah, there was a lot of Bills fans there too, but they were pumped. They were pumped. They're ready to see that team turn around a little bit and hopefully not have a bad year like they were anticipating. And the Bills put a kibosh on it. It just wasn't fucking happening. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it was not happening. This defense played absolutely great. Jordan Poyer, that pick, goddamn, looking like a center fielder out there. That was a great play. You know who did get burned a little bit? Tre'Davious, give him some plays. That's okay. Let's work through it. Let's work through the kinks here. I'm excited to see how the Bengals come out and contest this defense because they're a passing offense right now. They have no run game. The Bengals through 2 weeks, I believe, I'm going to check it here in a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of a quick early Bengals-Bills preview. But I think they have 26 total rushing yards. It might be 29. Regardless, they have less than 30 rushing yards between 2 games. What's that tell you? I mean, if the Bengals are going to come into Buffalo on their home opener, a crazy crowd, your boy's going to be there doing a halftime show from the front row on the 20-yard line, Bill side. If they're planning on coming in there and throwing the ball all over the place, it ain't going to go well for them. They're going to have some turnovers. It's going to be a thing of beauty. I'm pumped up for that game, boy. I'm pumped up for it. Let's get to these comments here. The Bengals gave up almost 600 yards on offense and only scored 10 points. Yeah. Captain Marshall, what's going on, man? Are you in your kitchen? I see a sink to your right. You see a sink to my right. No, it's a studio, baby. Studio. Bunzelai, I mean, he had a pretty good coverage on that one reception. Who, Tre'Davious, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're going to make plays. Bob, is it me or one of the best things about a win is watching post games where the other team has to admit that they were wrong about the Bills? That's a great comment, man. Every single time the Bills get a win, especially these first 2 weeks here, I've done it in the past, but this year it's been even better. I go to the other team's Facebook page and I'll watch their press conference, and the head coach just looking miserable. And we've seen it with McDermott too, but just looking miserable. And it's hysterical. After they come home with the big W, it's hysterical seeing these coaches kind of eat shit. And the comments that the fans are, oh, fuck Pat Shermer. Yeah, fuck him. Get rid of everyone but Barkley. We need Eli gone. Kill Eli. Oh, my God, it's hysterical. Kind of like our guy, okay? Kind of like my guy. Well, I had a guy yesterday, Young King, what's going on, man? If Buffalo Bills stay healthy, it's no limit to what Buffalo can do. No, I agree, 100%. Chris Spencer, I'm tired of the Bills always getting no credit. Before season, Jets this, Jets that, Giants this, Giants that. They both lost, and now it's well, Jets and Giants aren't that good. Yeah. No, you're right, man. That's how it is. You know what they need? You know what the Bills need to get that respect? They need to win over the Patriots. They need to start 5-1. Even if they lose to the Pats, they need to start 5-1, 6-1. That's the kind of thing that the Bills have to do to get any credit, any respect. And really, at the end of the day, we don't know how good this Jets team is. We don't know how good this Giants team is. It's only week 2, and we're not going to be able to tell much tonight either because Darnold's out with mono. I don't even know what the hell is going on in that game. Somebody let me know what the score is. But back to crazy fucking stupid fans. Really. I had a guy who, for Blindsided Squad, always on my videos here, always hanging out during the live stream, always adding comments. He goes... I mentioned one thing yesterday during the post-game show about this was too funny, man. I was dying. One thing about Drew Brees fucked his hand up. I got a notification on my phone. I go, oh, shit. Drew Brees messed his hand up. He's out of the game. Come to find out, he's going to be missing at least 6-8 weeks here. And he commented, he must have been drunk, this dude. He goes, oh, what the fuck? Oh, talk about the Bills. And I'm like, my man, his name was Ross. I go, Ross, fucking relax, man. Relax. And he responded, fuck you. He must have been drunk, right? So I get a notification last night. Somebody posted on my page. Posted right on the page. I go and click on it. It was him. I go, oh boy, what's this going to be? All he said was he left a comment on my page. It wasn't a comment. It was a post, right on the page. Fuck you. I was dying. All it says, fuck you. So I commented on there. I said something about him being a poor baby or him being sad or something. And he goes, and his only comment was, and this was the end of it, his only comment, he goes, fuck you. I go, oh, poor baby, stop being a baby, come on. And he responds with, how does your asshole taste? This dude is probably trashed. He's all pumped up about the Bills winning. Fuck you. And then, how does your asshole taste? Man, I was dying. But you guys are wilding out. Some of you guys are wilding out here. Let's get to these comments here. Michael Card, hopefully this is Allen's first week. He throws for over 300 yards. The only one who doesn't get respect from the national media. Yeah, I think he's got a really good shot at it. And even if he doesn't, even if he throws for another 250 yards, a couple touchdowns, less than one turnover or less, I would be happy with it. Everybody, we want to get this 300-yard monkey off our back. I get it, but it's not that big a deal if we keep winning, really. Tremaine Perry 6-0 Cleveland. Fucking surprise. Just a dog shit game. Who do we want to win here? Do we want the Browns to win or do we want the Jets to win? I don't know. I don't know what's better for us. I guess it's better if the Browns win. I guess it doesn't matter. We play the Browns later. We play the Jets again. It doesn't matter. I think both teams are a fucking dumpster fire. Both teams are shot. Bills are -6 at home against the Bengals. Carmen, how we doing, man? Blindsided Squad, let's go. Thanks for hanging out. You guys on Facebook, like the page, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that bell so you get notifications when we go live. I appreciate you guys. You guys that are on the podcast, make sure you hit that 5-star review. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. Bills are -6. Look, I put $100. I'm not too much of a gambler. Well, I am. I'm actually a fiend. If any of you guys saw me in the casino, you'd be like, wow, this guy's shot. But I don't like the sports gamble too much. I've lost too much over the last few years. I'm not very good at it. But I put $100 on the Bills covering that -2 against the Giants. Boy, that was an easy cover. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to the game. I'll just take the 100 I bet on it and the 100 I won, and I put it right on. I got Cleveland. I got Bills -5.5. So I got it at better than -6. So if the Bills win by 6 or more, we got 400. We got 400 in the bank here. Keep it going, fucking. Let it roll against the Patriots, baby. Let's go. W's over stats, absolutely, Darn. Yep, absolutely. Costa, let's go, man. What's going on? Wins are more important than 300 yards. Go Bills. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Bunzo, I think it'd be hilarious if Browns lose. Me too. Who's the quarterback for the Jets right now? Who's running QB for them? I'm sorry. I got to take this. Real quick. I got to look at this. Who is it? Why? I feel like... Man, boy, they're missing McCown, huh? Man, I got to see. Somebody let me know. We're moving on here. We're going to talk about some of the lows from the game before we move on to the Cincinnati Bengals-Bills game. Money well bet on the Bengals loss. Need Jets to win. Browns will be down the road. Jets, man. I don't know if the Browns are going to be down there. Oh, that's right. Trevor Siemian. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Young King, one of the great things about Buffalo Bills that makes us great but also drives us to be better is not getting proper recognition. Absolutely. Always and forever. And really over the last 20 years, we haven't given the media reason to give us attention. We really haven't. Every time we think we have a good year, we end up fucking blowing it. So I get it. Couple of the negatives. You notice how little Zay Jones and Robert Foster have been on the field here. It's a little bit scary because, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it shows how little talent Josh Allen was working with last year. I mean, he had 4 guys on the offensive line that are now, Jordan Mills, I don't think he's on a team. The guys that we had last year, shot. They're not playing right now. They're not starting anywhere. Maestro, what's going on, man? You haven't been able to catch a live show. What's going on, dude? It shows how little talent Allen was working with last year. And, it's scary. But what the good thing is it's showing how much good talent we brought in. It's showing, obviously, we see it. We see it on every game. I saw it all training camp. I saw it all preseason. I called the whole thing. Everybody was like, well, Robert Foster's going to be great this year. Zay's going to have, look at you watch these guys in training camp. There wasn't that shit. That shit was not going on. Zay was not making plays, and Robert Foster was almost irrelevant. It was all Cole Beasley, John Brown, all year round, and it's starting to show why. It's starting to become quite obvious. Let's get here. A couple comments here. Brian Egger, we drafted the best quarterback, so for the haters, they wanted Josh Rosen, Kissick now. Cleveland would rather have Allen than Baker. Wow. I don't know about that. Maybe. That may be the case. Let's see what happens here with Baker. And I've said it before. The reason I talked to a couple guys that really know a lot about the draft, and what they said about Baker, the reason Cleveland drafted him is because Baker had, they estimated 10,000 more snaps, more relevant snaps than Josh Allen. That wasn't to say that they thought that that Baker Mayfield had a higher ceiling than Josh Allen, but what it was he was more NFL ready when the draft came to be. So I don't know. We'll see. I think Allen has proven that he's got a very high ceiling. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. What he's doing, man. Wow. If they could do some changes on that draft from last year, I think some teams would make some changes. Byron, what's going on, man? Glad to be in the house. The best thing I can respect about the Giants game, the offense came and helped our defense out. I just wish that didn't take their foot off the gas. Yeah, that's a good point. And what people are saying is that the Bills took the foot off the gas. I don't know if that's necessarily true. We definitely kind of hit a standstill there in the third quarter. If you look at the game, what happened was the Giants shifted their defense. You got to credit the Giants D. They made some adjustments. They started pressing the wide receivers right at the line of scrimmage, and they started blitzing more. Before that, they were playing off the receivers. They were making Josh Allen throw the ball well, and he was doing that. So they go, oh, fuck. We got to make some adjustments here. So they totally shifted their game plan, and it was effective for a quarter. And then once the fourth quarter hit, we turned it around. We had a couple nice drives, put the thing on. We let them know that we were going to win this fucking game. But we needed to be better. There's no doubt about that. The third quarter needed to be better, and Sean McDermott said that himself. He said that in his presser today. So, Young King, I think Buffalo wasn't given much tape, not opening our playbook up that much since it's still early in the season. I agree. I think we're saving a lot for the Patriots game. I think we're showing about 10-15% of our playbook, and once the Patriots come to town, boy, we're going to have to, because that defense looks nasty. Our defense looks disgusting, and the Patriots' defense looks disgusting. Our offense looks really good, and as always, the Patriots' offense looks really good. I don't want to, look at, we go 3-0, we start 3-0, we beat the Bengals. Next week's going to be chaos. I'm going to be live every fucking night breaking down what the Patriots are looking like. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, and I love it. I love the fact that they're coming to Buffalo, and we're not going to Foxborough to start the year. Whew, that stadium is going to be rocking. There's no way I can't be there. There's no way. I will 100% be at that game, especially if we go 3-0 this week, if we beat the Bengals. Dawson Knox killed one of the third quarter drives. What do you think about his miss on that throw? It was devastating. Allen hit him money. I mean, I guess you could hit him in the breadbasket, hit him a little bit better, but he put it right there in a spot where he can catch it and the defender couldn't make a play on it. And the fact that Dawson Knox dropped that one was brutal. And he dropped another one, running out of bounds, another big play. It sucked. It wasn't pretty. Dawson Knox had a couple of bad plays. But he'll get over it. He'll work through it. And hopefully we get Tyler Kroft back this week. Hopefully we can get him back. I'm ready for him. I'm hoping. I don't know. We got to hear on Tyler Kroft, Andre Roberts, Taron Johnson. What's going on with Devin Singletary? I'm excited to hear what's going on with these injury updates. I'm really hoping Roberts, and especially Kroft, going against his old team, he's going to want to come out and make a statement. From what I've been hearing about practices, he's just about at 100%. They're just getting him up to game speed. They don't want to, rush him back and have him injure that foot, or have, a lot of times when they have an injury, a lower body injury, they favor their other leg and they might pull a muscle, things like that. So they're kind of babying Kroft coming back. But I hope he comes back this week. I'm excited to see that weapon. We can't forget, we paid Kroft nice. He had a nice little contract. So they're expecting him to come out there and do some good things with this offense. Let's see. I want to see it get going here. Ronald, it says there are 22 people watching this in the chat. Let's get the likes up, guys. Come on, let's help them out. I appreciate that, man. As always, hit that like button on Facebook, YouTube. Share it on Facebook, you guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Podcasters, review, subscribe. I appreciate you guys endlessly. The fact that you guys are hitting the like and commenting and shit, you guys make the show. Blindsided Squad, I love you guys. Mike Johnson, any defense is going to look good against Miami. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who did they play? They played Miami and Pittsburgh. And boy, we don't know. We don't know what's going on with Pittsburgh. They might just be really bad this year. Now that Big Ben's out, we're going to talk about that. We're playing Pittsburgh this year. Big Ben being out is huge. Dable is dialing in a specific playlist like a Bills song hockey. It's going to be lit. Totally, man. I love what Dable's doing. Amanda, what was with the 40-plus seconds kneeling on the ball at the end of the half? Yeah, it's a great question. It's a little frustrating. You know, you look at these teams that are really good this year. The Saints, the Rams, not this year, the last couple years. The Patriots, they're gunning for it. They're not playing slow, conservative football. When there's an opportunity to score, they're fucking going for it every single time. So the fact that we're kneeling, the fact that we weren't able to continue to move the ball in the third quarter, those are some things that we got to work on. Let's be thankful we got the win, and we can take a look at those things, and they're going to try to improve on it. And the fact that McDermott is, he's talking about those things in the press conference, it means a lot. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's a great question, though. Young King, this isn't Madden. What did he say? What do you think about Buffalo getting Minka Fitzpatrick from Miami for a second, possibly first-round pick? I like Levi Wallace. I like the way Levi Wallace plays. He's going to be cheap. He's going to be, as an undrafted free agent, he's going to be around for a while with not much going on money-wise. So I like Levi Wallace. But if for some fucking crazy reason Miami wanted to trade one of their best defenders to a division rival, which I don't see happening, the fact that Jake Favero says, yeah, Young King, this isn't man, that's a great point. I don't see it happening. Maybe if it's a kind of a schlubby guy, maybe a borderline starter, aka depth guy, maybe they make a trade, but I don't think so. I don't think that'll be happening. Young King, we lit. Nicholas, what's going on, man? Blindsided Squad. Allen will go over 300 yards in the air at home, baby. I'm hoping so. I'm going to be there, sitting front row, 20-yard line, Bill's side. I'm hoping he does. I hope there's a lot to be excited about. Jay Williams, Mason Rudolph, and Pittsburgh at quarterback versus Buffalo will be a great comparison and progression of the position. Yeah. Tremaine Perry, Jalen Ramsey, baby LOL. Just kidding. Oh, my God. What about Ramsey? Look, if we got Minka Fitzpatrick or Jalen Ramsey, I would be ecstatic. Ecstatic. Minka Fitzpatrick, they're not going to trade him to us because we're a division rival. It's just not going to happen. Even though they're a dumpster fire. They've been a fucking shit show for a while now. So who knows? They may very well do it. Jalen Ramsey, not a chance. Brandon Beane's not bringing a head case. A guy that's selfish. You know, he showed up to camp. If you guys didn't see it, Jalen Ramsey showed up to training camp this year in a fucking Brinks truck. Opened it up, had a guy, yelling out for him. It's time to get paid. Brandon Beane does not want that type of guy in our locker room. And he's nasty. He's a great corner. We all know that. Ramsey's a great corner. But they don't want to bring that guy into this locker room. We're not ready yet. Look, we make a playoff run this year, and Josh Allen keeps improving, and he proves that he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, and our defense keeps getting nasty. We can start bringing in a couple guys that have that attitude, that are a little bit more selfish, like a Antonio Brown, like a Jalen Ramsey, that play with that swag that can take our defense or our offense to another level. You know, there's a lot of corners like that. There's a lot of wide receivers like that. But until we make that push and we have our leaders set in place, you know, giving Allen and Tremaine Edmonds another year of leadership, it'll go a long ways. Let's wait till next year before we start bringing divas in. I'm okay with divas coming in, but let's give it a little bit of time here. White has to get paid. Yeah, I believe so. We have a ton of salary cap. We have a ton. The fact that we have this team that's hopefully going to make a playoff push, we have a lot to be seen yet. There's a lot they have to show still. But the fact that we have this team that I really think has a high ceiling this year and this much salary cap between paying our players that need to get paid over the next couple of years and this year's free agency, I mean, we're not going to talk about it for a while with this year's free agency class, but we got a lot to be excited about. Way more to be excited about than what's going on a week-to-week basis. Doran, it's been 2 trades within the division this year. Don't count it out. Yeah. I mean, Russell Bodine going. That was come on. It's not. There's been no superstars that have been traded. That's for sure. Dan Fingles, they can't pay two corners that high. White has to get paid. White has a 5th-year option. They're going to pay White before that 5th-year option. They're going to pay White probably, I would say maybe even after this year he might get paid. He might get paid after this year. So, moving on here. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to take a look at the schedule here. And we talked about it yesterday during the post-game show. There's a new bargaining agreement in 2 years. Yeah, that CBA might be an issue, guys. I'm really hoping we're not going to have a fucking lockout. Jake Viveros, I love White, no question, as a top 5 corner in the league. If he played for Dallas, they would be saying he was the best in the league. Absolutely. Absolutely. Costa, it would be nice to trade for A.J. Green when healthy. Yeah, A.J. Green, look at, I've talked about this before too. Look at, if you look at the wide receiver room that we had last year and you compare it to what we have this year, there's a clear cut. I mean, Beasley and Brown have just roasted Zay Jones and Robert Foster. Put them at the bottom of the depth chart, right? John Brown and Cole Beasley are, they're not average wide receivers in the NFL. They're probably above average, both of them. But there's still 20 to 30 guys that are better than these two. I hate to say it. I love them. I love the role that they're playing. I love what their potential is and what they've already done and what they're going to continue to do. But with that being said, if we brought in a wide receiver, another wide receiver that's a top 10, top 15 wide receiver, I mean, that's a whole other game changer. That's a whole other game changer. There's a lot of room for this offense to grow, and especially these wide receivers. John Brown's a great number 2. Cole Beasley's a great slot. We're still missing. We don't need a number 1, and I don't think we'll ever have a number 1 that says that's an AB or that's a DeAndre Hopkins, a Julio that wants the ball all the time, throw it to me, blah, 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 blah. We're never going to have that guy as our number 1, but we are missing a 6'1" dude that can run a 4.38, maybe a 4.4, low 4.4, that just is an absolute dynamic ball player. We're missing that guy. Once we get that guy, you mix him with Josh Allen, you can really take the top off. The offense is this offense has a lot of room to grow, and it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting to see it grow. Amanda, Trevor Siemian looking like pure garbage so far tonight. I like Trevor Siemian, but I hate the Jets. So fuck them. Nicholas, just wait until Allen gets a true number 1 receiver like OBJ or Julio. Yeah, I don't want a diva. As long as it's not a diva, I'm all in. Number 1 wide receivers are prima donnas. I hear you, CR. It's a good point. What you need is like a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster. That's the kind of guy we need. Like an Alshon Jeffrey. Those types of guys who they're not in the limelight all the time. They're not doing crazy shit. They're clear number one wide receivers. They're making really great plays, and they're not me. They're team. So, taking a look at the schedule. Okay, the fact that we're 2-0 on the road right now, we talked about it yesterday, but our next 5 out of 6 games are at home. This is amazing. Amazing. One of them is against Dallas. Our away game's against Tennessee. Eagles don't look to be like the Eagles. The Redskins got Case Keenum throwing the ball. The Bengals have, they can't do shit on defense, and they have no run game. Our first 8 weeks here couldn't match up better for us. And then we got Cleveland week 9. They're not looking that good. They may put it together by then. They may start, making some big plays by week 9. But who knows? They're not looking. And then week 10, Dolphins, that's another win. Broncos, really, if I'm looking at this schedule for the first 12 weeks, we have 2 big tests, Patriots, Cowboys. And other than that, with the way that we've played so far and how good our defense is going to be, all winnable. All winnable games. 10 of our first 12 games, very, very winnable. Home against the Eagles, I think we might be favored there. It might be -2, -1. We're going to be favored. We're going to be favored against the Dolphins. We're going to be favored against the Eagles. We're going to be favored against the Redskins. And at that point, if after the first 8 games, if we're 6-2, I'm happy with that. I wouldn't be surprised if we were 7-1. And then we're going to be favored against the Browns. And then we're going to be favored against the Dolphins. And then we're going to be favored at home against the Broncos. Guys, our schedule is fucking... I'm getting all worked up. I'm starting to sweat. I'm getting red in the face. I can't get too excited here, but our schedule is lined up for us to go on a nice fucking run this year. A nice run. And then you look at the back end. Ravens at home, a very good Ravens team. Thankfully, they're coming to Buffalo. And then we got Pittsburgh on the road. It ain't looking like it's going to be too bad of a game there, guys. Pittsburgh ain't looking like it's going to be too much shit this year. Okay, Patriots, always going to be a test on the road. And then we got Jets at home to finish the season. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I hate to... goddamn. What... If you guys aren't excited looking at the schedule, wake the fuck up. We got a great schedule this year, and the way our offense is going to continue to grow, and Brian Daboll's going to open up this playbook, and how good our defense is, and how it's going to just keep getting better. That's a great point. Shivas, we need to stay healthy. 100% correct. That's why I'm okay with using Singletary sparingly. I'm okay with him taking as much time as he needs off. Take your time with Croft. Let's get these wins while we can against teams like the Bengals, the Giants, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Redskins. Let's get these wins. Let's stay healthy. Kassam Amini, what's going on, man? I really believe we can beat the Patriots only at home early this year. I agree. Jake, I have $200 bet with two guys from work that the Bills will finish with a better record than the Chargers. That's a tough bet. Well, shit. You got to be happy right now. I'd be pumped if I was you. Before the season started, I don't know. I don't know if I would have taken that bet. The Chargers were, on pace to do really well this year. But right now, you should be pretty happy. I like you guys. You guys want to talk gambling with me? Let me have it. Let me know what's going on with the gambles this year. Young King Buffalo needs Andre Roberts back ASAP. Yeah, this is a guy that's flying under the radar. The sooner Andre Roberts gets back, I'm all about being patient and letting these guys get healthy. But Andre Roberts is a guy, he's going to make plays out of that fucking backfield. Micah Hyde's a safety guy. Isaiah McKenzie's fumble happy. Andre Roberts, not only is he safe, he's a smart returner, but he's explosive, he's dynamic, and he can be a game changer. I can't say it enough. I can't express enough how excited we're going to be when Andre Roberts is back. I'm hoping he comes back this week. If not, Patriots. Fuck it. Let everyone be off. Take this week off. Not totally. You know what I mean? We got to play well. The Bengals have a pretty good offense. We're going to get into it here. Let's dive in. We're going to talk Bengals Bills before we wrap up for the night here. But we got to play well. Let these guys that are injury prone or injured or even kind of hurt, take the fucking week off. We need to be full bore, full go when the Patriots come into town. Hopefully we're 3-0. They're probably going to be 3-0. I got a Bills boner. I'm pumped up. Patriots ran up 43 points on BB's old DC in Miami. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? Your defensive coordinator leaves. Leslie Frazier leaves to go coach, to go be the head coach of the Jets, and we're playing the Jets. We're going to run that score up, boy. You can go fuck yourself, Leslie. That's what I would be saying. We really need to be healthy at wide receiver, 100%. But a Buffalo fan says 1990, Kassam. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, I was born 91, so technically 91, but more so 2000 for me. Had the Bills at 9-7 from the beginning of the year. See, look at I've disagreed with that. I think 9-7 will settle in this year. I've talked about it a million times. I'll talk about it again. We had 6 wins last year. Should have been 8. Think about it. Charles Clay catches that ball in that end zone that he dropped against Miami, and Andre Roberts doesn't ball out on us on special teams against the Jets. We have 8 wins last year. The progression that we've made, the offensive line changes, the wide receivers that we've brought in, another year for Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds, the depth that we've created on the offense and defense. This defense having another year to gel. We have done way more than only improve a couple wins. Way more. Okay? So, with that being said, you guys on Facebook, let me know. It looks like I might have an issue here on Facebook. Let me know if I'm still good, Jay. But we've progressed way more than just 1 or 2 wins. This is a team, I think they could very easily go 11-5. Very easily go 11-5. So, especially after starting 2-0, they're doing exactly what we thought they were going to. Jets season is over. They're cursed. The Bills should have at least 9-7 last year. Yeah, I agree. If you count the Texans game, Texans game too. You're good. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. Shivas, hey, thanks to the last 2 losses we got Oliver. Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. There's no way Oliver's falling past 9. The fact that he fell to 9 was a fucking miracle in general. In general. So, I don't want to hear that 9-7 stuff. I don't want to hear it. I think our floor right now is 10 wins. Absolute floor is 10 wins. I think we're going to be at least 11-5. After looking at the schedule, I'm going to pull it up again. I'm going to be optimistic for a second. Why wouldn't I be optimistic? We're 2-0. We got the Bengals coming into town. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be pandemonium. I say 3-0 Bengals. Let's be safe for some. I think that the Bills have a real shot at beating the Patriots week 4. A real shot. Our defense is nasty. Our offense is going to be dynamic. I think they're going to have a great play calling game. Dable's going to want to beat his old team. The motivation is going to be there. I think we have a real shot to beat the Patriots. But to be on the safe side, let's say they lose to the Patriots, 3-1, beat the Titans. I think that they beat. Yeah, I know the Titans have a good defense this year, but I think the Bills go in there. Their offense is too good. The offense for Titans aren't going to be able to move the ball on our team. That's 4-1. Dolphins 5-1. Eagles. I think we beat the Eagles and the Redskins 6-7-1. Browns. Let's say the Browns put it together, 7-2. We got the Dolphins again. That's 8-2. We got the Broncos at home. Joe Flacco looks like shit. That's 9-2. That's 9-2. Why aren't we not? Why not? Why aren't we 9-2 after 11 games this year? Maybe the Eagles beat us to make us 8-3. Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's any given Sunday. And the reason I'm speaking so optimistically, the reason I'm thinking we're going to do so well this year is because of the team. Every week's a Super Bowl. Every opponent, they're going to do the due diligence. They're going to do their homework. They're going to have a good game plan. It's not we should win this game. We're gonna win this game because we should. It's not going to be that shit. This Sean McDermott run team, every week they're going to be working on their flaws and trying to improve on their strengths every single week. So we're 9-2, going to Dallas for Thanksgiving. Another game I think we're going to have a really good chance to win. But to be on the safe side, let's say 9-3. Baltimore at home. I think that's another win. That's 10-3. On the road at Pittsburgh, they've fallen apart. Their defense doesn't look that good. Ben Roethlisberger's hurt for the year. That's 11-3. Patriots on the road. Okay, fine. I'll take a loss there. That's 11-4. We finished the year at a big win at home, 12-4 against the Jets. How is that? That was so easy for me. I know it's way easier said than done, and a lot of things happened. Look at how we almost lost to the Jets last week. But 12-4 is not. That's if we lose the big games. 12-4 if we lose the big games. You know what's going to happen? The Eagles might beat us. The Broncos might beat us. The Ravens might beat us. Those are the things that might fluctuate that record. But then again, maybe we beat the Cowboys. Maybe we beat the Patriots. So 12-4 is totally realistic. Let me get to some of these comments here. 13-0 Cleveland up. God, the Jets suck. It's set up that if they make the bye week undefeated, it could be amazing. Wow, that would be something else. Zax, what's going on? I like to see more pass rush from the defense. Me too. But they have hurried the quarterback quite a bit. The quarterbacks that we've been playing have not been able to be, just sitting back there with a ton of time. Simeon down, looks like a broken leg. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Who's their quarterback after Simeon? I got a text here. Trevor Simeon just broke his ankle. Wow, I'm really glad I'm not watching because I've rolled my ankle. I play a lot of sports when I was younger. I've rolled my ankle so many times that I can't anymore. Who is their backup quarterback now? Somebody let me know. Wow, Simeon 3 of 6 for 3 yards. Get him the fuck out of there. Oh, my God. Simeon is down. Shivas, we should sweep AFC North. Buffalo Bills is going to dethrone Tom Brady in the Boston Belichick system. Let's pray, man. Let us pray. Broncos, no way. How are people writing off Rudolph? I'm not writing him off. And he's the kind of guy, I think he's so raw right now. I think he can grow and have potential later on. But for right now, I really like our schedule. I'm thinking I've changed from 11-5 to 12-4. I've officially made the jump. I've officially made it. Wow, broken ankle or what? Wow, my phone's blowing up. That must have been ugly. It must have been nasty. But I got to wrap this thing up here, guys. Let's talk about these Bengals here really quick. I got it here on my phone. Some things happened here. I guess I could have been better with it. Okay, here we go. So, Bengals. Total yards. This is offense, total yards. The Bengals, 372 per game. Bills, 379. We got them beaten total yards. Passing yards, they're throwing up 343 yards a game compared to the Bills at 239. We haven't had to really throw the ball like crazy. And the Bengals have. They have no running game, as you're about to see. Rushing yards, 29.5. They're second. They are second. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. They're 32nd. I'm sorry. They're last in the league in rushing yards per game. They have 29.5 rush yards per game. That's terrible. We're ninth at 139.5. Wow, that's actually kind of surprising. Points, we're scoring more points than them. We have better. We have about the same third down completion percentage. And then we get to the defense here. So overall, they have more passing yards than us, which isn't really relevant because they have no run game. We have more yards. We have more total yards, more rushing yards, more points per game. And then we go to the defense here. And look at we're sixth on yards given up. They're 25th. They're giving up 402 yards per game. Pass yards, we're giving up under 200. They're giving up 236. Rushing yards, we're only giving up 98. They're giving up 165. Points, we're giving up 15. We're fifth in the NFL right now, and they're giving up 31. Third down completion percentage, we're 10th. Only 34% of the time the other team is getting first down on third down, and they're at 42%. 42% of the time, tied for 18th in the NFL. Okay. Just those stats alone, guys, shows we have a serious advantage here. And I love the spread because I got them at -5.5. I got $200 on the Bills covering -2.5. I'm super pumped up about that because it's the Bills still, they don't have the attention. They don't have the attention from Vegas. They don't have the attention from the national media. I like flying under the radar. I'm going to keep making my fucking money. There ain't no fucking way. Any given Sunday, there could be some fluky, crazy shit that happens. I don't see it happening, though. There is no way the Bengals are coming in on a 2-0 Bills team that are riding sky high right now. They got the Patriots next week. There's no way that this Bengals team is coming in and getting a win on us. It ain't fucking happening. They got no run game. Our defense is too good. They're not going to be able to pass the ball. They're not going to be able to pass the ball down the field. They're going to move the ball a little bit here and there, but it ain't going to be what they've been doing. It's just not. It's just not. They're 0-2. They lost at home. They lost on the road. I mean, look, Dalton's playing okay, but that's the only thing that they've had going on. They got beat 41-17 at home against the Niners. Come on. The fact that we're only favored by 5.5 is almost disrespectful. They lost 21-20. They actually put up a decent battle against Seattle. But there ain't no way that this team's coming in here. I don't want to be overhyped. You got to be modest. You got to be humble. And I think the players view it that way. The coaching staff views it that way. I truly think they're going to look at every game like it's a Super Bowl. It's a must-win. It's a playoff. The place is going to be lit. That place is going to be so loud. I'm so pumped to get there. I can't wait. I can't wait to be in the Ralph on Sunday. Ravens is not going to beat the Bills. Jay Williams, Washington at QB. Tennessee drafted him in 2018. They are running the ball hard now. Statistics are for losers. We're 2-0, enough said. Wesley, why don't the Bills get the primetime games? Because we're Buffalo. We're Buffalo. As much as our city loves our team and the ratings for our city are massive during these games, national-wise, there's not a lot of people that root for Buffalo. Actually, that's not true. There's Bills fans travel well. There's Bills fans all over the place. But Seahawks fans, shitty Seahawks fans, aren't going to tune in for a Monday night game, Bills versus the fucking Dolphins. If we lose in Miami, then we're going 8-8. Other than that, 12-1 is realistic if the Bills don't turn the ball over. Mixon is a beast if he's healthy. Yeah, but he's not healthy. He's got an ankle issue. And the Bengals' offensive line is all fucked up. It's 26 people in this chat. Like this motherfucking video up. Buffalo lit up, the Giants, Buffalo Mafia, Young King, we in this bitch. I appreciate that shit. You guys are one for one. I don't know the saying. I don't know the goddamn saying. But the fact that you guys are commenting on here, trying to get these lights up, I appreciate that shit. Let's keep that thing going. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell so you get the notifications when we go live. You guys on Facebook, like, comment, share, like our page. Keep commenting. Blindsided Squad, we in this bitch. I love you guys. You guys absolutely make the show. In all seriousness, every single week when I do these shows, when I go live, if I don't have you guys on here dropping these smart comments, I mean, there's some dummies that come in here and start talking some shit and saying some stupid stuff. But 95% of you guys know what you're talking about, and you drop some great comments that really make this show. So I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate it endlessly. We're talking about Luke Falk, quarterback for the Jets. He was drafted from Washington State. Yeah, that's right. We got a Thanksgiving game. Yeah, I'm going to be in Dallas for that game, too. I'm pumped up. Okay, I got to roll, guys. I want to watch some of this game here. And we've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I came in here thinking we weren't going to have much of a show tonight. But you guys absolutely fucking killed it. Absolutely killed it. I appreciate you guys. We're going to go Bills pregame, Bills-Bengals pregame. I'm thinking either Thursday night, Friday night, probably Thursday night. We're going to dive deep into matchups, injury updates, who's going to be doing what, more stats. We're going to do a deep dive in on what we have going on here. So, as always, you guys on YouTube, subscribe, notification, hit the bell, all the above. Like this video, Facebook, share, comment. Blindsided Squad, we in this bitch. You guys on the podcast, you guys look us up. If you want the only the audio version of all this, all you got to do is go to wherever you listen to your podcast. It's Blindsided Sports Podcast. You can listen on your way to work, listen while you're working, listen while you're fucking cooking dinner, you're fixing some shit in your house. However you got to do it. You don't have to be watching. It doesn't kill your battery. Podcast, it's the way I listen to shit. I love the podcast form, and we are now on all podcast stations. So, as always, Blindsided Squad, I appreciate you guys. I love you motherfuckers. We are out of here. Let's go Bills, baby.